Jake Roots, UGAsports.com, here with you talking to five-star do-it-all, running back, whatever you need. It's Trey Sanders. This guy does a little bit of it all, and Georgia's definitely taken notice of that. Trey, talk to me a little bit about the relationship with Georgia. I believe they're recruiting you mostly as a running back, but are they open to other possibilities if you are?
Yes, sir. The defensive coach, he always wanted me to come play. They always have an argument whether I want to play defense or not, things like that. But we're primarily recruiting me and running back right now.
Okay, so that means Del McGee leading the way there. Talk to me about him. Obviously, he's had some pretty good success with some of the guys that he's had recently. Some good recruiting classes. Obviously, Zamir White, #1 back last year, and James Cook, 2 5-stars. What's the relationship like with him, and what is, where do you think that Del can take your game?
I've been recruited by Dale since my freshman year, so we built quite a good relationship. So I feel like I seen what he can do with backs, and I feel like he take my game to the next level. And I watched him in practice and things like that, watched him in the game, and he's unbelievable.
How much does the pedigree of the coach matter to you? I mean, obviously he's put Sonny Michel in the first round, Nick Chubb right after him in the second. Those 2 great backs in Georgia. DeAndre Swift had a big freshman year. Does that matter to you to see how this guy's developing the other guys?
Yeah, so you got to find the right coach. The coach is going to help you find your potential and just help you sprawl out.
Now, Georgia's a place that you've visited quite a bit, I think. Maybe people don't even realize how much you've been to Georgia.
A lot.
Why is that? What's the lure for you in Georgia? Is it the coaching staff? Is it the campus? Is it the team? I mean, what keeps bringing you back?
It's just everything, the campus, the team, the atmosphere, everything. I got a good relationship with the coaches. I got a good relationship with the players and everything.
Okay, and you mentioned the players. Is there anybody that you're particularly close with on their crew?
I got my boy Miko, my boy Justin Fields, who I go with. This I be with most of the time, Justin.
Okay, and obviously a lot of big expectations hanging on that guy. He wants to make an impact as a freshman. What's he told you about, since he's gotten there? What's it been like? What's his experience like at Georgia? And, what's he told you about how much they need you?
He don't really talk about it that much. He real humble. That's surprising because just like he gets so much attention, you would think like he'll be like, nah, I want to, stuff like that. But he real. Every time somebody come up to him and take a picture, like he a real cool guy off the field. Just like I was surprised because I would think like if you get all that attention, you would get tired of it sometimes.
Sure. You know it yourself. I mean, are you tired of it yet?
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. Now, one of the guys that I do like to ask about is Kirby Smart. I know that he's a defensive-minded coach, but he takes a really active role in recruiting. How would you say he compares with other head coaches that are recruiting you as far as how involved he is?
Coach Kirby is the coolest coach there is, man. Coach Kirby, like the first time I met Coach Kirby, man, it was the first time he offered me. Coach Kirby came in there, we had a normal conversation like he was our next door neighbor or something like that. It was just pretty cool just to have a conversation like that, just be comfortable and everything like that.
What have they told you about, how you fit in? I mean, obviously they brought in the 2 guys last year, 2 5-star running backs. What have they told you about how all that stacks up with the depth chart, where you fit in with what they want to do?
They actually put me in a pretty good game plan. Pretty much come in and compete, which is what I do at IMG right now. So I feel like if I go and compete, it helped me on my body. Because for the league, you don't want to get beat up before you get to the league. I feel like it helps with things like that.
Now, you mentioned, obviously, I know Georgia's not the only school involved. Florida got your brother. I know that's a big motivator for you. I overheard you talking to the War Chant guys about that. When you're considering, these things and the opportunity, I mean, could you see you guys really going at it in the cocktail party together?
I see it every day. I tell them if you see me on the field, man, you got to feel me, dog. You got to feel me. I tell them that every day.
Now, talk to me about timeline, commitment plans. I mean, anything?
Probably mid-season.
Okay, a little bit mid-season. You mentioned taking some official visits. Where does Georgia kind of stack up in the possibility of getting one of those?
Probably, I'm not even sure yet. I got to check their schedule. They're going to get the official visit out of it for sure.
Okay, all right, cool. And what makes you so sure that that's a place that you want to go? I mean, obviously, like I said, you visited a lot. So what makes you know that that's a place that you want to take an official visit as well?
Special relationship with the coaches and the atmosphere of Georgia. I feel good every time I go up there.
Okay, and now, top schools, any lists, any things like that?
I'm probably going to drop my top 5 soon.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Chances Georgia makes it.
Oh yes, sir.
Oh, they'll be in there.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, all right. And last thing for you, Trey, when you're talking to Georgia and you're comparing them to these other schools, is there anything that they do differently, that their coaches do differently, that you see when you go there that's different? Anything that helps set them apart in your mind?
Coach Kirby came from Alabama, so I feel like they run things a lot like Bama, and that's why I feel like there was so much successful this year, and just like they run everything very tip top, and just that makes a difference.
Did you guys have a relationship when he was at Alabama? I know that you were committed there.
That was my 8th grade year. I wasn't.
Okay, all right.
Nobody know we did.
It's been a while, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, everybody knows who Trey Sanders is now, and definitely will be looking forward to his decision, his whenever that comes, also his official visits, and that top list. Look for Georgia to be a part of it. We'll be keeping track of him at UGAsports.com. I'm Jay Cruz.